Hi everyone, and welcome to the Welfare and Sport podcast. Welfare and Sport is a student-run organisation based at the University of Nottingham, which aims to promote good mental health through sport. Joining me today, we have Sean and Meg. Do you both want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Sean. I'm a second year psychology student. I'm the welfare officer for Squash, and I am an events officer for the Welfare and Sport Committee.
Hi, my name's Meg. I'm one of the fourth year medics. I play water polo and I am the other welfare and sports events officer with Sean.
Great. Thank you both for joining me today. So I think we've got two parts of this podcast. We've got one part which taken part in Movember and done a challenge or something or other. And then you two have got a welfare and sport event to promote. So first thing we'll talk about is Movember. So do you both want to describe what you've done for Movember?
So I set out to basically just run as far as I could over Movember. I started with a 60-kilometre target. I hit that fairly quickly, which was quite impressive myself, raising a lot of money. And then I've just got to over 160 kilometres and raising a couple £100, but then I've injured my knee. So we've taken a pause for a few days. But I'm still pretty proud of myself, and I've had a lot of people engaging with me and running with me and just generally being open to talking about all the Movember stuff and how they can get involved too.
Great. Meg?
Well, Sean, you've just made me look bad because I've only ran 60k, but I managed to complete my 60k target, which I was happy with. And I am also, it's not the end of November yet, so, well, not at the time of recording, so I haven't actually finished my 100 press-ups a day, but I'm nearly at my 3,000 target, and let me tell you, it's been tough.
How many are you at now, Meg?
I think I'm about 2,300 or something, which there's only, if you do the maths, well, my plan is to do, on the last day of Movember, me and a couple of the water polo lot, we're going to do the Movember Murph Challenge, which involves 500 press-ups. So I thought I could round it off in style with a big old 500 on the last day, but...
That sounds disgusting. By comparison, I have just put out a bunch of podcasts about Movember and I've got a great big moustache on my face, so that's fun.
Tasteful though, Dom, tasteful.
Tasteful. My head hair is still longer than my actual head of hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're growing it out. We're growing it out. I like it. It's nice.
I think it suits you.
Thank you. So Sean, why 60 kilometres?
60 kilometres represents the 60 men that we lose through suicide every hour, and it's quite a harrowing statistic when you think about it. Every minute we're losing a brother and a dad and a best friend through suicide, and we need to really sort of become more open in talking about it and feeling comfortable talking about it. So doing something like the 60-kilometre challenge gives you motivation to get out and be active, but also starts that conversation about why mental health is a massive thing for men and why talking and being open can help lots of men through difficult times.
I agree. I think Movember just do so much good work as well, especially around men's mental health and prostate and testicular cancer. So Meg, what's been the hardest part about Movember?
I think I found it quite difficult that it's fallen in lockdown. And I think I talked a bit about last time that it's been great because we've had lockdown and we've had these challenges that we've been setting ourselves, and we've got a reason to leave the house and, run our 60k and do it all for charity, which is great. But I have found it quite difficult to motivate myself, I think. And I think it's a lot easier when you can just text your friend and say, let's go and do a half marathon today. And, so I think that's been quite hard for me, but also on the flip side of that, the solidarity of the club that I've been doing it with and everybody that's been running and growing their moustaches and everything. I absolutely love it. I love feeling like part of a bigger thing and part of a team. And I'm really proud of, everyone and how much money they've raised. Sean, like your 160k, you've smashed that. And that is such a great achievement to do in a month. Like, I think it's so good, everything that everyone's achieved. So yeah, and actually as a club we've raised over £3,000 for Movember this time. So as you can see, the proof's in the pudding. It works, doesn't it?
So is that kind of like how you overcame the motivation problem? Where
Yeah.
It was like kind of, I need to, yeah.
Yeah, it's been good just having everyone else there as part of the team and, you know, keeping me accountable. And we've been doing, you know, Zooms and 100 press-ups over Zoom. Yeah, so it's been good.
Sean, what about you? What was your hardest part and how did you get over it?
I think the hardest part for me was right at the start, when you sort of you look at 60k and you think, okay, well, I've got to do 2 kilometers every day, and thinking about if you miss a day, then it doubles, and just that sort of forcing yourself to go out and get in the routine of doing it, and then waking up one morning and thinking, do you know what, I need to stay in, my legs don't want to do it anymore, and you've had too much pizza the night before. It's just reminding yourself that you can do it, and overcoming that barrier of getting out, tying your laces up and getting going. Because once you're out and you're doing it, it's okay. And there's something that really sort of made it a lot easier for me is if I'd be out running and I'd spot somebody else from the squash club, and then I'd just join them and we'd run together. It just made it so much easier to just go an extra 1 or 2 kilometers further, and then suddenly everything adds up, and it feels much easier once you're getting going and you're in that zone of doing it.
So both of you have done quite an active Movember challenge. What are you planning to do like after November? Are you going to like keep moving so much, or are you going to tone it down, or is there some other challenge that I'm trying to segue you into?
Damn, that was poetic. Yeah, so I think the thing with Movember is it's been a great way that people, especially over lockdown, have managed to have a focus for staying active and something to motivate them every day. But now things are getting a bit more uncertain. There's the new tier system. People are going home for Christmas. People are worried, maybe a bit anxious about going back to their family and the potential dangers of that with coronavirus. And then obviously December and January is just exams, isn't it? Which we all love. So something that we've come up with, me and Meg, as part of the events people, because there's not a lot of events we can put on, let's be honest, is just encouraging people to just start doing something and not put pressure on it, and just it be something really simple and easy. And it's the Just Do 2 challenge that we've come up with, where we're encouraging people to go and do 2 of something active, and you can tailor this to whatever you want. So for me, it might be running 2 kilometers or 2 miles, but on a day when I'm just not feeling like it, it might be 2 minutes of yoga in my bedroom. Or for other people, it might be you go for a 2-minute walk outside just down to the shop, or you do just simply 2 big mindful deep breaths. Like, it's anything you want it to be. But if you tell yourself you can do just 2 of them and set that ball rolling, don't put any pressure on it, then it's something that you can really get involved with and keeping you active, especially when, like I said earlier, everything is so uncertain, and quite frankly, maybe the last thing you want to be thinking about is getting out and keeping active and fit.
Meg, anything to add?
Yeah, I think it's a really great campaign. Big up Sean for his midnight thought about that when he messaged me late at night thinking, I've thought of something amazing. Just Do 2, I think it's going to be a great way for people to get involved, like you say, Sean, and keep moving, because after November, you know, suddenly you're not doing it for charity anymore. You've got a month until, new year, new me, and you've got to kind of motivate yourself through this cold, dark month. And, you know, especially the lead up to Christmas when you're thinking, oh, I don't really want to do anything. But still, looking after your mental health at this time, especially around Christmas, is so important. And I think that's as well a big part of Just Do 2, you know, getting moving, taking some mindful deep breaths, doing some yoga. All of it is like perfect for looking after yourself, keeping in touch with yourself. So yeah, I'm really, really excited for us to do our Just Do 2 moments.
I think as well it's going to be extra important to like make sure you're doing something and looking after yourself like in December and moving forward, because like not only are we still in lockdowns, we're still in tiers, like 99% of the country is going back into at least tier 2 like that. You know, I'm not too sure if gyms are going to be open. They will be in some places, maybe not in others, but like trying to motivate yourself in the same way you might have done for like Movember, where you went on your runs or you went and did workouts or a million press ups a week. It's more difficult in December when you're not doing it for a charity and you're doing it off your own back.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, having a low pressure kind of 2 of something, of anything to help, you know, even just to get yourself started on activity. I think Meg's got something to say about getting started is the hardest part.
Yeah, so that's a great quote, isn't it? And I think we all know when that's true. We've all sat in bed and thought, I cannot be bothered to do this. And there's a couple of different ways actually that, you know, we kind of think about getting started. We think of it as this huge overbearing thing that we've got to overcome. And, you know, it might be for you that it's, you know, you're worried, it's out of your comfort zone. I don't want to run 2 kilometres because I've never run that far before. Or I don't want to do 2 press-ups because I can't do press-ups. But so it might be that, it might be, I'll just do it tomorrow. I can do it another time. Now's not a good time. Or a lot of people I know, this is true of a lot of my friends, a lot of people think, well, no, I won't do that. I'll get better at it first and then I can do my press-ups or my run. And oftentimes the getting better actually never starts either, does it? So you don't actually practice doing it and get better at it. So I think Just Do 2 is such a good way to overcome that first part, because as research has shown that your productivity exponentially increases as soon as you start something, and it actually is the hardest part, is starting it. So I was reading quite a lot about it, and, you know, all these people are saying thinking about doing something is so much worse and so much harder than actually doing it. And I think the Just Do 2 campaign is literally telling you to just do 2. And as soon as you do 2, you might think, oh, I didn't need to sit there and worry about it because I'm up now, I'm out of bed, I might as well carry on. Or, oh, I've done 2 kilometres, I could just run the extra 1 and make it to 3. I could do my first 5k. So, and it's the thing I love about it is that it's so, you know, you can personalise it to you and you can tailor it to your ability and your level. There'll be some people listening to this that think, well, I can run a marathon, I don't want to run 2 kilometres. Well, do 2 marathons then, just do 2. But you can tailor it to exactly how you want to. And we would love to see everything that, you know, how people use this and how people tailor it to themselves.
I guess as well, like even if you're like not much, like I'm not much of a runner, so the idea of doing a 2K is not a great idea for me. Like I know that as a like lifelong swimmer, my joints cannot take running, but like, you know, instead of doing just do 2 kilometers, maybe just do 2 lots of 100 meters. That's still 2, and it's tailored to your thing. Like if you're building up, you can do, instead of like 1 kilometer to build up to it, do 2 lots of 500 meters, and that's still just do 2. But that's kind of tailored to your ability and your level. Like if you know you can't do a press up, maybe do 2 like eccentric press ups on your knees, where you're on your knees and you just slowly lower yourself down to the floor, and then that's 1, and then get back up 2, and you'll get stronger from doing that. But it's at your level, and that's the important thing.
And the thing I love about it is you can take whatever you choose to do, whether it's just as creative as you want to be or it's something really simple. You can take it as a victory for the day, like it's a win. If you say to yourself, I'm going to get up and I'm just going to do 2 sit-ups, you've done the 2, it's taken you 30 seconds, maybe it's taken you 5 minutes, but that's a victory. Like you've won something in the day already, and that can set you off to just feeling much happier and more productive going forward.
Yeah.
And you can make it as personal as you want. You can share it with us on Instagram or whatever, tell all your friends, or it could be something that's just private and you're getting through and it's helping you. And that's why I love it, because there's no pressure. Nobody's expecting anything of anybody. It's not for charity. It's not comparing yourself against anybody. It's just you and thinking about what 2 things can you do in the morning or the last thing before you go to bed that you can tick off as a win for the day.
It's also that thing where it's like, how much could you get? Because like when you get to like December and January time, it's time for like exams at that time. Like how much more motivated would you be if you went like, go out of bed, did your just do 2, and then you're like, right, I've already got that, I've already done that. Let's see what else I can do throughout the day. Like you're thinking like, can I do my revision? Yes, I've already done my 2 kilometers. I've already walked up 2 flights of stairs. I've already done my 2 press ups. Like what else can I get done today? And I think if you do that, you'll just keep reaping the benefits of that I've already done something mentality. Meg?
I think this is just such a good thing for productivity as well. Like you say, January exams, you can tailor this to, we're Well-Friend Sports, so we're talking about sport here, but you can tailor it to anything. You can say, I'm just going to do 2 minutes of my flashcards now, or I'm just going to go on, I don't know, pastpapers.com and do 2 questions. And it's so useful for getting started. It's like getting over this hump that you've got to overcome, and it can seem so big when you're sat in bed in your warm cozy bed on a December morning and you think, I don't want to do anything today, and then you think, oh, I'll just do 2, and we're going to post loads of different examples of things that you can do, so don't worry about if you're thinking, oh, I don't know what to do, there's too many things, but you just choose one and you just do 2 of them. Sean?
Yeah, so Meg, like you were saying, when you're in bed and it's warm and it's cozy, I'm a big culprit of this, thinking I'll be more motivated tomorrow, or I'll be more motivated at the end of the week. I'll wake up and I'll just feel ready to go out. And overcoming that by just thinking, well, if I just do 2, then I'm out of bed. If you can get over that hurdle of doing the one thing and then checking to see what other people have done, and then you've done your 2, you're ready to go for the day. Suddenly, I think for me personally, and it was the same in Movember, like the physical act of just going and getting outside for me when I was running, once I was outside, my brain just sort of said to itself, well, you're out now anyway. So you don't achieve anything by going and getting back into bed. Like you're out, just keep going. And that's a big part of why Just Do 2 is great for motivating you.
And I think, Sean, what you were saying before about, this isn't a competition, it's for you, it's all about, this is to help everybody grow a little bit and motivate themselves to get through what is the end of a really tough year for everyone. But also, countering that, I think that this would also be great as a community, if we can build a little Just Do 2 community, and we would love to see everybody's Just Do 2 moments and their contributions, whether you share it. And it doesn't matter if you go out for a 2K run and then you do a 5K run, even better. We'd love to see that. But I think I'm really, really excited about this. And I think, Sean, you've hit the nail on the head. Well done.
How are the 2 of you going to promote the Just Do 2 movement?
Yeah, so as a committee, everyone seems really eager and excited to get involved, and we're going to be on the social medias, Instagram and Facebook, promoting what we're doing each day. So start maybe with me or Meg, and then every day somebody different is going to get involved, and we're just going to be asking you guys to let us know how you're getting involved, what you're doing, and basically the idea is if we share it and it hits people who maybe are struggling with motivating themselves, and it gets them out for 1 day or 2 days a week of just doing 2, then that's a victory in itself. But it's about all of us showing you what we're doing, giving you ideas, and having fun with it, I think is the most important thing.
Okay, so what kind of ideas have we all got? Do we all go around like one at a time and just shout out ideas you can do? just like off the top of the head?
I think for me, I'm going to try and challenge myself like I have been doing in Movember. So I don't work on my abs very much, which is quite important for water polo. I didn't really realise. So I was thinking about it and I thought, oh, just do 2 minutes of abs. And actually, 2 minutes is quite a long time for abs. If you do a plank for 2 minutes, that's a pretty big achievement. So
there's a lot of time under tension in 2 minutes. Like if you're
definitely.
just through your abs for 2 minutes, like that's a lot of time under tension.
Yeah, and I'll definitely be do 2 sets of things. So I might do 2 of this, 2 of that, 2 of that. Build myself a little workout just within that, and then you can keep going with that. So that's what I'll be doing.
Yeah, something I really don't enjoy doing is going to the gym. In fact, I just never go because I don't like it. But I think challenging myself to just do 2 sets of home workout of something like press-ups and abs, like you were saying, but also weights and finding different exercises I can do. That's not running, because I've done a lot of running and my legs are trying to give up. Just doing 2 mini exercises in my room each day, just to keep sort of my physical fitness in decent enough shape when you can't be playing squash is important as well. Dom, what are you going to be doing?
So over the first lockdown, I got really into like kind of gymnastics, but not really gymnastics. It's kind of a weird hybrid of stuff I can do. So that might be like do 2 pull-ups or like do 2 dips, or Christmas Day will be eat 2 mince pies, maybe more, maybe several more, or two rounds of Christmas dinner.
Definitely 2 helpings of Christmas dinner at least.
Yeah, like you can really like scale this to like anything you want to be able to do. Like I imagine, Sean, you could do 2 rehab exercises on your knee.
Yes. Yeah. I'm living with 2 physios, so this is perfect.
That'd be a very sensible idea. Meg?
I think what we were saying before about, I really like that the committee is all going to get involved in this, and I think it will be really useful at the start of December just to kind of get the ball rolling, because all of us are from different sports, and like Dom says, Dom can't face the idea of running because of his joints, but then somebody else who Izzy, who's doing sailing, she'll be doing something else, she'll bring something else just due to the table. So I'm really excited to see what everyone's going to bring, and I think it will make it more accessible for all of you guys listening. If you watch what Sean's doing and think, I don't want to do that, well, wait till tomorrow. Just do 2 of what Dom's doing. So I'm really excited to see Bits Pies. Oh, I'm excited to see what everyone will bring, and have fun with it, like Sean said, and make it as creative as we can.
So I know that the welfare and sport committees are all going to get involved in it. So I imagine we'll be sending in like kind of our videos of us just doing 2. Mm-hmm. How can everyone else get involved? Is there a hashtag, or just send us videos? Or
there is a hashtag, Dom. Thank you for pointing that one out. So we want you to get on your social medias and hashtag your Just Do 2 moment, and we can share it on our stories, and you can challenge your family to get involved, your flatmates, your housemates, people in halls. You can just do 2 circuits of something, in your bubbles. And I think it'll be really, really great to see what everyone's coming up with, and we can all kind of motivate each other. And like I said before, build a little community of Sean's amazing idea.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh, Sean, come on. Stop being so humble, man.
So it's probably that thing where like you can as well like tag, if you want to just tag 2 people in it. Like what was that 5k we all did for the NHS right in the first lockdown? It was like tag 5, run 5, donate 5.
Yeah.
We could do something like that where it's like you do your 2 and then you tag 2 other people, and that way it grows.
That'd be great.
With the hashtag. What's the hashtag?
Just do 2.
Just do 2. Is there anything else you guys want to add?
No, I think that's it. Thank you, Dom.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Both very welcome. I'm excited to get involved in this new idea, and I hope we can get some traction with it.
Yay.
Sounds good.
So yeah. All right. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.